Hi there, signs of Cancer. This is Kim here with your next 3-day messages. And I certainly hope that you're doing good today. Let me know where you're watching from, how you're feeling today. Let's get into your reading, opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and our great angels. Okay, we're tapping into the energy for the collective of Cancer. Krans Wild Unknown Alchemy and her archetype deck. This one is the archetype deck, actually. The first one. You know what's weird is a fish is coming to me, like as being channeled to me. Fish, maybe even a specific pet fish, or for some. That's an odd message, but generally we can look at fish and say that they represent a lot of good things. Oh, I like this. I like this too. Okay, fish in spirit can represent the prosperity. It was multiplied in scripture, right? Remember? That was what was multiplied. So we have this like message of something that's going to multiply in your life, and it's going to be in God's mysterious way. It's going to be in a this is you tapping into, like my collective read, this is you tapping into the quantum magician, accessing all possibilities, but you want the timeline with the miracles. You want the timeline where there's less sorrow and there's more healing and happiness, right? So the fish will allow you to swim around obstacles, challenges easily. It's also telling you to go with the flow, and it's taking you to many different places, so it can also indicate change. Oh, nice. The shaman, the gem, and the self. Ooh. Powerful messages for you today. Okay. So you see how this gem and this self card look very similar, right? The gem is even in the grass, with you have worms in the picture. You get a feeling like this gem was found in the underworld, okay? Somewhere you didn't expect to find it. You found, so I'm getting from this that you are the gem, that you are that precious stone that is found. Maybe you found yourself through a very hard situation and underworld energy. So ultimately, though, this self, see, we have the pearl here, which is, that is what is created, and it is the wisdom, the experiential wisdom that you contain here next to your heart, next to your throat chakra area, the self. And so this wisdom is radiating throughout all aspects of yourself, but the gem and the self is saying that there's a new identity forming. That is you. There's something new. This card is saying that you're wanting to express it, this new thing that you have found. I don't know if you have found the gem yet, or if this next 3-day is going to be very significant for you energetically, that you do find this spiritual gem. It opens up a new facet of your personality, a new you. It can be a completely new you, identity, what you identify with, as that stuff's always shifting and dropping and changing and dissolving. The shaman, if that's it, if that's the part of you that's being revealed, then this is saying you can absolutely heal yourself. You are the shaman. Maybe you were a shaman in a previous lifetime. Maybe you are consider yourself a shaman now. these are people who have gone through very dark times. Usually there is more detail about the path of initiation for the shaman, and it usually includes something not so great, something a little traumatic, maybe in childhood. So the shaman does go through this process where the whole point, I feel, for it is that there's this aspect of the magic of the shaman that is about soul retrieval. And so if you are a shaman that's had an experience of feeling like you've lost a very important part of your soul, and you go through this healing journey yourself, and you find this for yourself, now you're able to help other people retrieve parts of their soul also. It's a skill. It's also called soul restoration. So the shaman is able to, because of all of these things that they have been through, they are able to heal in different levels. They're able to pierce the veil quite easily. Sometimes these people, you may feel like you're a person that always has one half of you in the spirit realm and completely immersed in it, and then one half that's staying grounded. Since you're Cancer, I would think that this is a lot with the healing of focus on the emotional healing. Psychic impressions, mediumship even. Speaking with passed on spirits or getting messages quite easily. If that's the route that you would like to go through, you could receive it quite easily. Also the ability to not just heal yourself with the power of the mind, but also to use the holistic natural remedies that are out there, and how these people, sometimes you can have a very wide range of knowledge when it comes to what herbal medicinal needs like can be met or will fix a problem very easily, so that they're the medicine man or woman of the village, of the tribe. They hold a lot of knowledge that is looked at as like they're the hermit in the group. They might be a very isolated, alone person at times, but ultimately they're there to lead and provide advice for others. So almost like the hermit, the hierophant, and the high priestess all combined. So you have a dream interpretation, and I haven't even gotten into animal symbolism with the shaman. It's so big. There's just so much to talk about with that energy. So it's endless of specific gifts, specific abilities. This might be for a lot of you all, it is actual past life achievement of that shaman archetype, where you have already done the healing in one life. You already have attained the things that you needed to for this lifetime. So now it's almost like it was unlocked, and now you're aware of that new aspect of yourself. And it might not be literal, it might just be pulled to, like, the things that you feel magnetically pulled to. If you feel like you like visiting certain earth energy centers, you like being around certain rocks or stones or minerals, because you know this is energy, and this is also intelligent consciousness inside this, intelligent. Okay, so you tap into these energies and you become one with it. It's part of your life force. All these natural things is what I'm getting. Powerful. You have Mars, power, energy. You might be feeling more energetic right now, especially with this Leo season anyway. Essentially we're all in the influence of being ruled by the sun at this time, so we're all being looked at, and we're all getting inspirational feelings of pioneering something, of being a leader of your life in some way. It makes you stand out in front of others. This is you being gifted that power. You have the ability to create a lot of things with this power in a very short amount of time. I'm getting that from all of the lightning bolts representing sheer power, force, but also fast. You know how fast lightning comes in, right? That's like to me, it's correlating with like the speed of maybe your manifestations. I'm also pointing out the importance of your decisions at this time because you are so powerful. Oh, oh, I love that one. Oh, get ready to be polished off. The silver card. You have been refined like fine silver, and it was hard. And there was fire, and there was heat, and there was pressures of all kinds, right? Tossed around, separated from the rest. That's what I'm getting from this. So now anything that's on the top of that silver, it's just residue. It's just residue from the darkness. Like if you found that gem in the underworld energy, you picked up the gem and you would have to clean it off. There'd be a little bit of residue, right? But it's not part of the gem, and it certainly isn't the silver that's about to shine. That is you. So I also have Neptune, which is so beautiful here, because I really want to say that there's a prayer that is going to be answered for you in a very mysterious, mystical way. God works in mysterious ways. Source God, Creator does. If you are not somebody that resonates, because I'm trying to be inclusive here. Not everybody calls it that, but some people will call it setting an intention, and they're comfortable with calling it that. Whatever you are comfortable with, that you feel like you put a call out there and said, look, I know I'm from this perspective, from this point, but this is where I would like to be, or this is how I would like to feel. I need some help with these changes. If you said a prayer like that, whether it be a change for complete healing of yourself, for a financial miracle, for a friend if you're lonely, or a lover if you're looking for a relationship, this is the answer to what maybe for a while you felt like was an unanswered prayer. And this is the energy that it needed, as well as I feel like it has something to do here with you tapping into this new aspect of yourself. Because when you did that, you unlocked all of these other miraculous possibilities. Some of the things the shaman can do in front of other people, it's going to look like it was a complete miracle, or this person like defies, they can do things that, you know, our medicine can't do. This person can heal. This person can create or manifest from almost the thin air. It's actually because there was an aspect of yourself that was in alignment with that potential and that possibility of that being true for you. So your belief in this has opened up more possibilities for you, and I feel like in such a good, cool, mysterious way. Okay, so I have all those. So now we're going to take a look here at I went on a little bit longer than I normally would, but those cards are so good. They're so good. Yeah. So we're going to take a look at day 1, day 2, and day 3 for you while I get another sip of my coffee. Goodness, and make a mess. I do have some new cards coming. Cancer, you'll be so happy. I got the sci-fi, I think it's called Alcott, or okay, it's a sci-fi tarot deck, and it is so awesome. It reminds me of the zombie tarot, but it's not, there's no horror in it. Okay, I only use this right now because I like the cards. But it is a little bit grotesque, so apologies. We're going to have some cooler cards here, and maybe, hopefully in the next couple of days. Yeah, so I like the energy from this deck. Maybe it's because of the art, the artist, but the energy from it is actually really good. And it's always been spot on with my private readings too, and myself. And that's why I use it a lot. So day 1, day 2, and your day 3 energies. Bottom is the Hierophant. Yeah, well, that was one of the roles I said I felt like the shaman would definitely have it. In some way, you are a spiritual teacher and a leader in some way. I'm even not seeing like the institutions or dang Mercury retrograde. I can't talk. I'm not seeing like that as being the tie to this Hierophant. Also, the Hierophant can indicate that there is maybe a divine connection coming into your life. Something that is arranged by the Most High here. But for many of you all, the gem is that you have some spiritual knowledge. You have the ability to teach if you would like to about what you know. Spiritual authority. Fishing pole. Yeah, exactly. Mentoring others. There's this connection to the outdoors. Like I say, you may be feeling very connected or pulled to the outdoors at this time. Nature. The fish is what I started off with, and that's the fishing pole. So that's going good. So yeah, it does say mentoring others, connecting with nature, extending oneself. Yeah. Yeah, they're really wanting to get that through, that you have the knowledge here. Let me give this Circle of Life deck a little shuffle, and we'll use it to clarify your 3-day messages. The Lovers. And the Two of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. So you can see the path, right? And you see it could go this direction or that direction. All right, crossroads. And the Lovers is too a crossroads. So this is that possibility that's opening up for you. It involves a connection. This is it would be a very significant connection here. Could be a soulmate. Could be for the purpose of just simply like a big decision in your life where you're having to stay focused, you're planned and prepared for what's next, and then this energy comes in and helps you get to that point. So it can be that this is maybe tied into a commitment with some sort of job or work or something too. But I'm seeing it more being like a relationship thing. An answered prayer. All right, so I think that this handcuffs card is, you can see that one of the handcuffs is released. And it's normally about being held back for a while or feeling like you are tied to a situation or person in some sort of bondage or bound. Okay, but I feel like because of that, showing me it being open, that it is talking about how you broke free from that type of energy, okay? And now they're saying it's time for a calm, simple life, generous, unselfish benefactor. Beautiful. You might be able to, well, you may be expect some abundance here too. I'm telling you, Mercury retrograde is killing me today. The Queen of Pentacles here is about the feminine energy, so man or woman. She's able to do it all. She's really grounded. She really can have her finances on point. Kind of like maybe even if she has to ration out her resources. I see this as a person that even if it's a work from home thing, as being very successful at taking nothing and making something big out of it. just like your creator. Just like your creator is what they're telling me. Whoa. Yeah, news, information, good news about investment, about money. Page of Pentacle. So you might get some really good news here about that, about in regards to finances doing good. I think we have maybe spirit communication all around you at this time, especially if you feel like here lately you've been really called to spend time with Mother Nature, because I have the dragonflies all over this. And not only do they represent like spiritual clarity, transcending all illusions, they represent big things. Interesting thing about them is they stay like underwater in a state for 3 years before they come up. So there may have been this situation where you had time, a lot of time before you could change, like this metamorphosis, like completely change into your real form, which transcended all illusions. And so they're communicating with you is what they're saying here. Tell me about Two of Wands. Excuse me. Tell me about Two of Wands. Eight of Swords, Nine of Cups. And the Eight of Swords looks like it's kind of sitting sideways. So I have a feeling that this is about being in a situation that we had to break free from. It was messing with our nerves, our anxiety. We felt like we were bound or stuck in a situation, and then something undid it. Okay, something released here for you. And the Nine of Cups is when we're really taking a look at the things that make us happy and feeling satisfied. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Very similar energy to the things that make you happy. 10 of Wands, I'll have to get clarification. So that's wishes granted card. Well, so is the chocolate. Okay, we have the Symphony and chocolate card. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands can be a completion. There's a little bit of a warning with the 10 of Wands too, especially if you're feeling like you're exerting yourself a whole lot physically at this time. It can be saying not to overdo it. You don't want to get burned out. Or that there is a major completion regarding the things that you've carried thus far. And it's because of being in that Queen of Cups energy. This is someone who really takes care of themselves very well. They value their Nine of Cups. They value their own cup being full too. First, actually. Symphony is harmony, synergy, and co-create. Chocolate, satisfaction, perfection, elevated mood, and the good stuff. Tell me about 10 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. All right. Yeah, so completion. The end of carrying everything on your own. You have some kind of help or assistance coming in. Soul family, soul tribe, alliances, partnerships, divine connections, because they're coming together for 1111, for the Four of Wands, for that soul path and purpose. And you're completing a lot of big life milestones here with this Four of Wands. And you're about to do it in a fast way. Again, Mars energy. I'm seeing so many lightning bolts, but I'm also feeling that energy with the Knight of Wands, you know. Fast travel, motion, movement. Could be that there's an energy that you're being lined up with too that might be like a twin flame, or I do it with quotes because labels, you know, but that or soulmate, divine counterpart. I tend to like that one because I do like the idea of being open and surrendered to the Most High, bringing you together with the appropriate person. Oh, and you don't believe that. And that is actually the message with this Judgment, Page of Pentacle. So you have Page of Pentacle twice. That's saying that Spirit is about to give you a concrete message that there is The Most High has arranged a plan, a path for you. It is about, you're about to hit the fire button here on this missile. You're about to say, okay, ready? Let's go ahead and get this into motion. Meaning the next few steps will be really important to a rebirth in your life. And it is for the purpose of a person coming into your life that is a soulmate. And it is very likely that this is going to occur because 2 to the 3, you're in alignment. So, soulmates, lovers, union, courtship, dating, attraction, display of affection, the it factor, alluring, 2 of a kind, and charm. And then, yeah, very likely. I really don't think we need to clarify that. That 4 of Wands in a literal sense can mean that whatever is being formed here could lead to marriage, could lead to big time commitments, partnerships, where everybody's celebrating because it's going to be a success, like a homecoming together of souls that were always meant to be around one another in this lifetime. All assisting with the life path and purpose. So, look, I'm going to wrap this up for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let's get something from your angel number messages and close out the reading for Cancer. 0, commitment, and 16, perceptive. 16th of August might be significant or an important date coming up. So 16 says you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. A wisdom seeker, and your angels ask that you share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. And that is a gift. That is a gift. 0 is this big time commitment. Yep. Then it just goes around and around. There's no beginning, no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. And you know what? I think I have enough. Yeah, I have time. Let's pull a white light oracle for you to close out. I need to make use of some of these cards that I have bought. And this is a good oracle. So, you got the card that's actually on the back of each card. Beta of Spirit Wolf, 23. Give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune in into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition, commit to your task, and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. This spirit wolf is guiding you through transition and times of uncertainty. So that's what I've got for you. Sending you love and light. Bye.